there we go. Great. Okay, we're ready to roll. And again, it's great to be back. The vacation was good. The time away was good, but it's great to be back. So you can see more what my shirt is. You can see that it's this wooden structure with his hands out in kind of the lotus position. So anyway, he was my favorite, obviously. There was a dancing troll who like had his arms and legs all over the place. It was great. Okay, anyway, we all reverted back to childhood is what we did. It was fun, along with everybody else. So that was fun. All right, welcome back. Let's just join our hands together very easily, very nicely. Just feel those fingers gently touching each other, thumbs touching, palms touching. Scoot yourself back in your chair. Take your feet so that they make the number 11 on the floor. You've got a nice 90-degree angle right here. And we just have our hands gently together. We'll greet each other with namaste. Namaste, which can be hello or goodbye or nice to see you, or the sense of uniting our community of yogis for this hour that we're together. And then just take your hands down onto your lap. Think about pressing against the back of your chair so that you feel as much of your spine as you can along the chair. Maybe take a finger or some fingers and just gently press back on your shoulders really easily and just nudge them to move backwards. As we age, and just generally in life, when we sit, we might tend to hunch forward. It's just a real natural, relaxed pose that we do. So just think about pressing your shoulders back, right? And we'll talk about a little bit later this idea of the space between the earlobes and the shoulders, so kind of lengthening through the neck. Great. So let's just start with a few breaths to just settle ourselves into our chairs and into the class. So we'll inhale through the nose, inhale, and exhale through the mouth. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, let it sigh out. Inhale, and sigh. One more time, inhale, and sigh out. As you sigh out, just let the chin draw down to the chest. Continue with your inhales and exhales as you just let your head be heavy. You still have yourself scooted back in your chair. Your back against the chair, your shoulders back. It's just the head that's moved forward and become weightless, as in we're no longer carrying. It's about 8 pounds that the head weighs. We're no longer carrying that on our shoulders. And maybe we let some things that we might be worrying about or that keep cycling back into our minds, maybe those things that are possible to let go of, we let go of. Maybe even just for this hour, but maybe even longer. And now just gently go side to side, nice and easy. So perhaps inhale to one side. Exhale as you go to the other side. Inhale. Inhale. Nice and easy. Now lift your chin up, look out and over your left shoulder. Just going as far as your natural edge is. And now take a look in the opposite direction. We're still keeping our shoulders back. It's just our neck that's moving. And then go back to the left shoulder again. Take your right arm down, either let it hang down or maybe you take it behind your chair. And we always return to the breath. And let's go to the other side. Looking to the right, left arm comes down. Inhale, exhale. And now take both hands, bring them behind. Maybe you take them over the back of the chair and just let your body, the spine all as one, just come forward. I'm going to send, I can use this as a cue, I'm going to send Grow forward. So he's reaching forward and those shoulder blades are kind of tipped backward and they are approaching each other. And then just let yourself come back down to sit in the chair, bring your back to the chair, and now just gently raise your arms up wherever they go this morning. We're just going to do some gentle stretching like we just got out of bed. And we're just going to go side to side, reaching, nice gentle reaches. So we start out warming up the body, basically, checking in with all of our muscles before we go into deeper stretches and before we go to standing or into movements. And now just take those arms out and down into our cactus arms, seeing if you can lift this upper arm parallel to the floor, and then just take those arms together, bringing them as close as you can. What we're after is to get a stretch between the shoulder blades and that upper back. So we have wherever you can do that, however you do this, wherever you can do this, just so that you feel that stretch in your upper back. If you want to just give yourself a slight little challenge, you might lift the palms just a little bit more to see where you end up and come back, and then just open up those arms again, take them out nice and wide, as if you could stretch and reach the opposite walls or corners of your room. And then just let your arms come down and relax right on your thighs. Inhale. And exhale. And again, draw the chin down. This time that was an exhale down. Now we're going to take an inhale, look up towards the ceiling, and exhale down. Great. As if we're not influencing this move at all, as if it's occurring naturally and on its own. Nice. Now take this time when you look upward, and we're not doing that. We're just gazing up. So we're gazing up. We bring our sternums forward and we bring our hands back. Again, those palms are forward. And just breathe in and out, opening up the front body, stretching our spinal cord, those vertebral bodies in an arch. And we're going to come forward with a clap, ready, and clap. And down and sit back, gazing straight ahead again. Inhale, shoulders up, roll them back. Inhale up and roll them back. Here's where we start to hear symphonies. I'm hearing one in my left shoulder, my normal symphony place. Nice. Now take those arms down a little bit looser and we'll just gently roll them forward. Nice. And again, as I said before, we're just kind of doing a bit of a body scan to see where we might feel like we're blocked. We're not going to pass any judgment on that, or we're not even going to try to create a story about how that might have happened or what we did yesterday that caused that. We're just noting this. And then just take your hands back to your thighs and take the palms up. So this is how we normally are. Thumbs pointed towards each other. We want to take it opposite. So the thumbs are pointed towards the opposite wall. We don't normally go over quite so much as that. So just think about those thumbs pointing towards the opposite wall. Great. And then bring them down. Let's slide both feet out. You can lift them off the floor or you can leave them on the floor. I'm going to lift mine so you can see them, and I'm just going to flex, point, flex, point. So definitely feeling this in the calf, maybe even in the hamstrings. And now alternate. Nice. Widen, toes together, heels. So when I say toes together, I just mean approach each other, heels approach, or all the way in to touch. Nice. And now windshield wipe side to side. And now let's bring them down for a minute, stamp them out. Good. Slide them forward again, lifting them slightly off the floor. And now circle, another nice symphony place. Or snap, crackle, pop. And other direction. Good. Good. And place them down. Now come up onto the balls of the feet and down. Balls of the feet down. Good. All right. Let's lift the left leg up. Take your hands just below the knee or take them under your thighs and keep that leg lifted. Come to the other leg, lift. Either way, you want to hold it. Great. Back to the left leg. Right leg. Nice. And now on their own, lift them as high as is comfortable for you. Nice. Now we're going at slow motion. We're going to add arms, but it's the opposite arm. And this is where your brain might have to say, what? It's like you're running or walking and using your hands. You'd always use the opposite hand. Nice. And we're keeping it slow because we're not in a hurry. And let's slow it down even more. Like we've really gone into slow motion. And gently bring it to a pause. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale through the nose, side out. Nice. Taking that left leg again, if you come forward, just scoot yourself back. So taking that left leg again and just open it out, bring it in. If you had hip replacements, just don't bring it out quite so far. You might keep it smaller. Nice. Bring it back and now just circle. Deciding how high you want to bring it, or if you just want to keep it nice and low, close to the chair. And now other direction. So working on our hip right now. You're going to feel it in your quads also. Waking up all that synovial fluid in our hip, making sure we stay lubricated. Last one, down. Inhale. Exhale. Let's go to our right leg, open out. Now let's take it in a circle. Think about creating a full circle here. Picturing, we all know how the femur moves right into the hip joint. So picturing that femur moving in there, the ball of the femur, other direction. And as we move it, and using all those muscles and tendons to move it, fluid is being injected into the joint through the muscles. And down. Nice job. And then maybe just take a little hold of the back of the chair and just go side to side. And now we'll switch it up, open, close. All right, check it out. Great. All right. Just back to the shoulders for 1 second. When you lift the shoulders up as high as you can, see how close they come to your earlobes, and then draw them back down, seeing how far you can make them from your earlobes. Bring them up and draw them down. Great. Bring them up. So it's like nice warm caramel back there around your shoulder blades and shoulders, just allowing this to slide easily and gently up and down. One more hold and then just roll it back. Great job. Now we're going to turn and twist. So keeping yourself planted in your chair, we're going to turn and twist over to the left side. So I automatically will hook my hand here. Feel free to do that, or feel free to have it down here. So bringing that opposite arm over, the spine is automatically twisting. Your head follows. If you'd like to bring your head a little deeper, feel free to do that. Now take some breath in here, a couple of breaths as we hold this twist. Nice, release, come through center, move to the other side. Twists are great for digestion. And we think about our spine as remaining tall and just spiraling as we do these twists. We'll go side to side, one side, the other side, letting your head move along with you. Looking at different parts of your house or your porch or your yard as you're going side to side. Do not pause when you see dust. Do not pause when you see a sock on the floor. Just keep twisting. All right. And now come forward again, reach, press, lower shoulders down, chin slightly lifted. Inhale, exhale, and again, we're going to clap, ready, and clap. Arms up. Stretch out. The shoulder blades, great. Open out, open up for the 5-pointed star. Gazing slightly upward, shoulders down, reaching those fingers upward, turn the palm, release down. Great job. Now scoot yourself slightly forward in the chair, you're probably about halfway forward. I'm going to take the feet, scissor them, toes, heels, toes. So your feet, legs are about as wide apart as the chair legs. This is where I talk about the hip hinge, which is right in here. That place where you can put your fingers in there. And all of our movements, yoga is very much about axial extension, which is the straight up and downness of the spine. So we want to keep that spine that way. We don't want to curve at the shoulders or the upper spine. We want to come forward as one. So just do a couple of those, leading with your sternum, just getting that sense of the whole upper torso moving as one. Your hips plant you right in the chair. All right, now let's take and twist that a little bit. So twist, keeping the spine straight, and twist. So what you might see in other yoga classes or other exercise classes is this idea that the farther you go and the more you fold over, the better that stretch is, which may be true over here. Here, where we are, we don't want to be folding over because that's happening naturally. We want to get our stretches by keeping the spine straight, which is what we're doing right now. All right, and then come back and then take both hands to the tops of your thighs and just come forward maybe a little bit more. So you start to feel your adductors come into play. So you've got your head, spine going in one direction, and you've got your buttocks stabilized and firm in the chair, and come forward just a little bit. If anything, you're leading with the sternum. And then come back. Shake out those legs. Nice. So we're going to now take the hands to the tops of the thighs or hip hinge and take the forearms to the thighs. Still keeping sternum forward, spine long. We're going to add a twist here. Extension. It's all about extension. Each time we switch sides, we come back up again and switch. This is where the mindful part of yoga comes in. There's mindful breathing. Meditation, of course, is mindfulness. In yoga, this kind of yoga, where we take time between transitions, the mindfulness is in paying attention to what your body's doing and knowing that a given stretch might be not what your body needs this morning. Okay, so going to your edge and no farther. And I'll say it again, we never want to feel pain. So coming back up, raise those arms up and then take them down into cactus. Press into the floor with your feet. And we're in the goddess pose. We'll do the goddess when we're standing as well, but here's our seated goddess. We can add energy and strength to this by pressing the feet into the floor. Feel how that engages all of your leg muscles and even your core. And of course, our arm muscles are working just by having to hold our arms up. All right, shake everything out again. We're going to keep our legs in the same position. We're going to come forward again. So hip hinge. If it's available to you, we're going to put our forearms, wrists down by our thighs. As we twist, I'm going to twist over to the right. I'm going to press my left hand and arm into my thigh and then come up. We're getting a nice oppositional stretch, not just of the back of the spine, but of the adductor muscles. So whatever direction you're going in, press the opposite hand. You could even do that with your palms. Press and press. All right, one more each side. And press. And come back. Let's scissor those feet back together. Toes, heels, toes, however many times it takes. Coming back to seated nice and tall, we're going to take our hands forward, palms forward, hip hinge. We're going to come forward, sweep, and sprinkle. Sweep and sprinkle. Nice. You can think about this. I always think about ocean waves when I'm doing this. You know how ocean waves are gathering energy. The farther and longer they travel in to the coast, or the taller they are, like right now, Hurricane Larry is starting to influence our oceans, and the waves are getting taller. So here's the wave gathering energy. And for us, we now sprinkle that positive energy onto our bodies. Last one, reach it up and sprinkle it down. And pause, inhale. And exhale. All right, we're going to do a cross of the hand movement and leg extension at the same time. So taking your left hand, cross the body, extend the left leg. Bring it back, opposite. Cross the body with the right hand to the left, extend the right leg. Come in and cross. And let your gaze follow the hand. Always, always good to cross the body, good for the brain. Great. We'll do one more. And we'll come back, keeping those hands right where they are, turn them towards each other. And we're not going to clap this time, so alternate your hands so it's cross, cross like a crisscross. Cross legs. All we need is to be chewing gum right now. And remember, perfect is not all it's cracked up to be. So just be where you are with this. All right, here we go. Last one. Come down. Inhale, lift those shoulders up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. Scoop back in the chair. Getting your feet back in their number 11s, getting your shoulders back where we started out. This is called seated mountain. So feeling as much of your spine as you can against the chair. We're going to take and hold on to the chair or just have our hands here while we lift both legs off the floor. You do this way. So we start out with our feet in this nice 90-degree angle. Spines are straight, or you can be scooted back this way. Again, hands can be here, or they can be here. We start by just use your core, lift both feet off the floor. Feel how your core has to engage to do that. Release, lift, release. Now your hands might be helping you right now. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you put your hands on your thighs and you lift without the help of your hands. Let's do one more. And pause. Take an inhale and an exhale. And the height of your feet off the floor is not what matters. In fact, your feet might not even be moving off the floor. What matters is the engagement of the muscles. So let's do 5 more of those. On the 5th one, we'll hold the legs up. Ready? And here's 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Last one we're going to hold and hold. Keep breathing. Another inhale, exhale, and release. Nice. And you just take your hands into little fists and just tap on your quads. Tap on the sides, nice and easy. Okay, great. Take the arms out, interlace, press forward, keeping the shoulders moving back as the arms are moving forward. Bring them back in towards you, press them out. Bring them in and press them. Nice. Bring them in, press them out, lift them up overhead. Feel your whole body lengthen here and maybe just take a few circles. Palms are facing up and other direction. One more. Open, release, down, one little roll of the shoulders. Just open and close the hands, stretching them out. Roll the wrists. Other direction. And a little shake them out. All right, we'll come to standing now. And we do that by coming forward in our chair. We do a nice slow motion standing. All right, keeping our feet in the 90 degrees. You can put one foot in front of the other if you like. We start with a hip hinge. So hip hinge forward, arms come out, lean forward, and come to standing. Take those arms down, back up to the chair, and we'll do that in reverse. So the arms come up, hip hinge, bend, buttocks come back, slow, and down we go. Nice. Come forward. either one foot in front of the other or parallel side by side. And when you do this, sometimes what we want to do, because our body wants to help us, is we want to do this as we come up. So try to keep the legs separate the whole time. Scoot forward, arms up, lean forward, and come to standing, arms down, and come find your chair. Let's see if I got enough there. Good, yeah. Oh, also, please take a refreshment break anytime that you need one. To start with, we're going to stand, we'll just stand beside our chair. And we'll come to, again, have our feet parallel, knees parallel, hips right over knees, shoulders over hips, and just do a couple of not deep knee bends, just knee bends. Keeping the whole bottom of the foot on the floor. I recommend barefoot, but it's totally up to you. All right, and then just let those arms rise up. So your shoulders want to do this. See if you can just keep them down, keeping that distance between the earlobe and the top of the shoulder. So we're just standing. Well, I don't want to call it attention. We're just standing at ease with our arms up. Open up, 5-pointed star, and arms down. Great. Shake, 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 shake. And now with our arms at our side, shoulders back, all that alignment that I talked about happening. This is the standing mountain. It's a pose of rest. It's a pose to come back to get realigned. So yoga poses take the arms out and all and legs out and all over. Standing mountain brings them back. I always call myself a snow-capped mountain. Brings a nice visual to me. Okay, very, very good. Great. Let's take, so I have my left side to the chair, my left hand on the chair. The chair is there as your assistant. Walls work too, but chairs are just more mobile. Most everything we need just moves and flows better if we have some assistance from the chair. So when we're standing, we work on balance and strength, and always flexibility in our extensions. Okay, so we have our left side to the chair and we have our left hand on the chair. Bring your weight over to your left leg as your right one starts to bend. And we're just going to lift that right one off the floor nice and slow and then put it back down. So I'll do the count for you. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 2 more lift. Last one. Back to 2 feet. Great. Other side. Right side to the chair, right hand to the chair. Weight over to that right leg. And again, slow motion. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. I went a little fast there. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. So you don't actually put your weight on that leg each time. Keep the weight on the standing leg. Should be feeling all sorts of muscles helping you to do this. Good. Last one. Great. Again, shake it out just a little bit. Widen your stance. Point your toes towards the corners. Just do a little test bouncing in the knees. And then keep them relatively straight but not locked. And then just take those arms up in a V, gently looking up. And this is our 5-pointed star. Take some nice deep breaths here. We're really open here. We're open to receive and we're open to give. And we need to do both in our lives. Bring those arms down. Nice job. Scissor the feet in. Okay. So we have our right side to the chair. Right leg is going to be forward. Left is back. And for this first one, I'll take the view down to my feet. So you can see that. We're going to come into warrior one. Right foot forward, left back. The back leg is angled. So it's like you have the heel of the front leg lined up with the back leg. It starts out kind of this way. See if you can twist a little bit so you get your hips more pointed forward. We're going to bend into that front leg. Okay, fairly as deep as you can. Taking our outside arm up. If it's available, taking both arms up. You just decide where you are today. So feeling long, definitely a balanced pose. Warrior one. Great. And then take the arms down. Come out of it. And I'll change the view. I did it. Yep. So right foot is forward, left is back. As wide as you want. Doesn't have to be as wide. I'm more like here. And then I take and twist this way. But you just decide which one works better for you. All right. And just starting out with one arm up. And then maybe both arms come up. Stay lifted long and tall through the front. You may gaze perhaps slightly upward or forward. And 3, 2, 1, release. That was warrior one. Let's do it on the other side. Left foot forward. Right is back. Bend into that front knee. Always, always the chair is there. And then we do a little twist to line the hips up to the front. One arm comes up, maybe the other one. This is one of the power poses in yoga. One of my favorites. It feels like you're using your whole body. You're also bringing balance into the equation. And release, coming out of it. Do it again. Left foot forward, right back. Bend into the front knee. Hips to the front. Come up, either gazing straight ahead, what's called your drishti. So you might find a particular spot or something on the wall ahead of you, or you can gaze up to right around where the wall meets the ceiling, and then bring it down and come forward, shake it out. Great. Since it's summertime here and wherever you are too, and we're all about the ocean and the water, let's bend into the knees and we'll do toes in the sand. It's down just a tad. There. So we have our left side to the chair, left leg to the chair, bend into that left leg. All right, and it's going to be our balanced leg. We're going to take the right leg, bring it forward, bring it out, bring it back, and slide it right through. Great. So you'll feel this standing leg taking perhaps a deeper knee bend as the leg shoots out to the side. Imagining you're making this mark in the sand. This time when we come through, pause, reverse. Nice. So the standing leg is taking most of the weight. Your hand is helping you too. Here's our last one. Come back, 2 legs. Other side, right side to the chair. Balancing leg, nice flexible knee, hand on the chair. Take the left leg out, around, back, and out, around, back. Nice, good. Other direction, take it back, out. Again, terrific for the hip. The leg's responding to what the core is asking you to do, and the hip. Last one, yeah, I think it's the last one. And come back. Widen the stance just a little bit. Bend into the knees, hands on your hips, waist, whatever, and just circle. Taking those hips back, inside, and forward, inside. Keeping those knees bent. Good. Other direction. Nice. Great. And come back up to standing. Scissoring the feet back just a little bit, but they're not quite, you're not quite in alignment. Your feet are just a little bit wider than that. So we have our right foot closest to the chair, our right hand on the chair. Take this up. Okay. Starting with your hand on your hip, take your your left hip and take it out, and then take it in and take it out. You can be holding onto the chair or not. All right. Now leave the hip out. You can take your hand to your shoulder and lean down and release. The other way, arm comes over and take the hip in and take it away. Giving ourselves super great side bends. Nice. This time, arm is going to come over. We'll just pause there, getting that really, really, really nice stretch. And then inhale up. And release down. And let's do that same thing on the other side. So we have our left hand, left leg, a little bit wider than hip distance. We'll just, our hips are warmed up, but let's just start in the same way, taking them just side to side. Start with the hand here. Take the hip away, side bend over and close, and then we'll take it away and swish it in and take it away. Great. So as you're doing this side bend, you're making a nice long line from your foot up through your leg, your side body, and arm, giving yourself a super nice stretch. Here's our last one. We'll hold it. Breathe. Inhale up, reach. And release down, taking the hands off the chair if that's available, bending into the knees. The feet are parallel to each other. Bend into the knees, hands on your hips. We're just going to do pelvic tilts now. Tip the tailbone under and tip it back. And just continuing that move forward and back. Just again, finding our range of motion. tuck, tip back, and tuck, tip back. All right. And now see if you can find that neutral place where you're not too far tipped back or forward. Hold on to that place. Come into standing mountain. Again, hold on. Bring the arms up. Maybe take a little stretch side to side. Nice. Great. Release down. We'll do another terrific stretch. This one gets the back and the back of the legs. So we keep our hands on the chair as we walk backwards, keeping the feet parallel. Remember the hip hinge. Begin to bend the knees. Keep them wide apart. Begin to extend the buttocks backwards. Feel those hamstrings engaged. Reaching the arms forward. You look down, getting a nice back stretch, leg stretch. Come to standing, roll the shoulders. Again, hip hinge, bend the knees, roll back, and reach. Nice. Good. Walk forward. Leave the left foot forward, take the right back. This time they're parallel to each other. Bringing that back one back as far as you're comfortable. The front one is bent. What we're going after is an Achilles stretch and a calf stretch. A little bit of a hip hinge if you want to come forward a little bit, or if you just want to use the chair. Also called a runner's stretch. So we're really getting into that back, calf, and Achilles. Switch it out. Important thing on this stretch, and again, the feet are parallel to each other. So all 10 toes are pointed straight forward, hands on the chair or your thigh. Hip hinge, if it's available. Again, sternum stays forward, chin stays lifted. Great, and come on out of that. Nice. Shake out the legs. Okay. You're going to come back to sit. So walking in front of your chair, placing your legs so that they touch the chair. Begin with a hip hinge. Arms come forward, keep the knees apart. And sit. And come back into your seated mountain. So begin to think a little bit more about alignment. Shoulders over hips, knees over ankles. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Inhale. Perfect. One more time. And exhale. Great. Let's take our hands to our hips, widen our stance. You can scoop forward just a little bit if you like. We're just going to take the whole torso in rotation. Keeping the spine long and tall. And now reverse direction. Pressing those feet into the floor. Last one. And come back, scoot back, scissor the feet together. Nice. Hands down on your lap. Take an inhale. And exhale. Perhaps closing your eyes. We're coming towards the end of class. Coming back to the breathing that we did at the beginning of class. Let's just see. Go ahead and make some faces. See if you can relax your jaw. Squeeze your eyes. Scrunch your nose. Take 2 fingers. Just do a little massaging right around where the jawbones meet, coming down along the bone at the bottom, the mandibular bone, I think. Just massaging right around there, loosening, loosening, loosening. We might find our facial muscles tightening, whether we're talking or listening. All right. And come to a place where your face is relaxed, you're not expressing any emotion whatsoever, you're not responding to anybody, you're in repose. So you might feel your cheekbones slacken just a little bit. Think about those shoulders down and relaxed. Hands light as feathers on your thighs. Feet just grazing the floor. Supported by the chair. The seat of the chair, the back of the chair. You might feel the muscles in your forehead just relax just a little bit. Maybe a little less creasing between the eyebrows. And you've got a separation of the lower jaw and the upper jaw, so there's a little bit of space right there. As I said, no expression. Nothing to talk to, nothing to listen to, so we can be in complete repose. Maybe all we hear is our breathing. All we feel is our breathing. Just honoring that there might be outside noises or noises inside your home, things that don't require your attention. They're just there. You can continue to turn your attention inward to the breath, to the sensation of your hands on your thighs, your feet on the floor, and the parts of the body that are touching the chair. This breathing is your natural breath. We're not trying to control it at all. We're just letting it come and go. A smooth inhale and a smooth exhale. Just continue with that inhale and exhale. Bringing your hands into prayer position. Again, a nice light touch of the fingers and the palms to each other, maintaining your natural breath. A quote from Henry David Thoreau: You must live in the present. Launch yourself on every wave. Find your eternity in each moment. Fools stand on their island of opportunities and look toward another land. There is no other land. There is no other life but this. We'll join our voices in Om. Inhale. Excuse me. The light in me honors and sees the light in each of you. Namaste.